I've been it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months since a lot of things. 6 months since I danced, 6 months since I sang, 6 months since I sang and danced, 6 months since I wrote a song, 6 months since I did stand up. All of that was exaggeration, but you get the point. Actually, that last part was true. It is 6 months since I did stand up. Um, and in that time, I've been learning and studying and thinking about new ways to do stand up. Yeah. And one of the things that I learned was to sort of do stand up like I'm catching up with friends or talking to friends. Because I found when I sit down and talk to IRL friends and catch up after a long time, like 6 months, I sort of built this muscle memory to listen for the funny. And when the funny comes, I take it and then I ride the funny train and do a bit or a set, right? And this sort of evolves from there. So I'm gonna try to pretend like I'm catching up with all of you, which is kind of true. I am kind of catching up with all of you. The part I have to pretend is that we're friends. And let's see. But this also means that, these jokes, I don't really have much muscle memory around these jokes because this is like the first time doing it. So there'll be a lot of fat. I'm going to be taking a lot of long walks, but let's just see how this works out. Okay. First thing. So, I restarted therapy. Actually, trying to get into VR chat and do the stand-up set has been an ordeal in itself. Basically, what happened was I had my HTC Lighthouse propped up on kind of like the shelf-looking thing. And except I touched the table that it was on, and the HTC Lighthouse fell down. And I fell down onto my desktop PC. And the Lighthouse won. And it shattered the glass on the side of my PC. So I've actually been picking up glass pieces and vacuuming glass pieces for the last 3 hours. So that's been an ordeal. But my therapist taught me this thing called finding humor in hardship. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to try to do tonight. It is pretty fucking ridiculous that I'm still here, even though my PC just got shattered. But yeah, I was in therapy recently, and actually, the therapy that I have, it's like poor people therapy, which means it's good, but you have to wait a long time to get it because everybody tries to get in on it. That's how you know it's good, by the way, is if you have a therapist that goes, okay, yeah, so tell me how that made you feel. Okay, time's up. I'll see you next week. Yeah, run away from those guys. Run away from those guys. Those guys are doing it for money. But if you have a therapist who, needs to book you out like a month, 2 months out, 3 months in advance, and they only have friggin' 8 a.m. time slots, and by the time that you're supposed to have your therapy appointment, your therapist goes on strike because they don't get paid enough. That's a good therapist. That's how you know. So in the time that I was waiting for my therapy appointment, I actually resorted to AI therapy. Yeah, I found this app. It was an AI that did therapy, and I figured because I had been doing therapy sessions with Bing AI, which is supposed to be a search engine, but you could jailbreak the fuck out of that and turn it into whatever you want. And one of the things I turned it into was a therapist. So I figured, hey, that went really well. Let me go to this AI that's supposed to be a therapist. See how that works. And that conversation would go as well as, any conversation would. When I first started, I was kind of cold. I was kind of, distant, but eventually, then the AI could talk to you. The AI was talking to me, and eventually got me to open up. And when it did get me to open up, gosh, I poured out. I poured out like that friend that, like, when you ask that one question and you go, oh shit, I shouldn't have asked. And because that answer goes on for like the next 3 hours, that's what I did. So I was just monologuing and monologuing. And I was talking to this AI for maybe like a good solid like 15, 20 minutes straight, pressing down that button on my phone. And when I let go, the AI is supposed to respond. And it said something to the effect of, sorry, Konata. Or I call my nickname was Kona on the app. So, sorry, Kona, you need professional help. I can't help you. So even my AI therapist abandoned me. But speaking of therapy, it's not all bad, honestly, because therapy did help me out a lot. I was in it for like a year, and it helped me with a lot of my anger. It helped me with a lot of my depression. And that's why my art sucks now. That's why my dance sucks. That's why my singing sucks. That's why I can't write any songs. That's why I waited 6 months to do the stand-up set, and it's not even funny. It's because I had too much therapy. That's a real thing. You could have too much therapy, and the artist in you goes away and just is just happy now. You can't make art when you're happy. You have to be miserable. So anyways, yeah. So I got cucked out of my art and inspiration by therapy. But on the bright side, I'm a lot happier now. Okay, for those who might not understand, let me explain this a little further. So basically, at least when I dance, right? Like, okay, there's like the beats dancers, and okay, there's 4 layers of dance. Let me go into Miyobi lecture mode here. So there's 4 layers of dance. There's the beats. Boom, boom. Okay, I can't beatbox. There's the beats, you get it. And then there's the vocals. I don't know why I did an arpeggio. And then there's the lyrics. You could dance to the meaning of the words. And then the 4th layer is the emotion. You could dance to the emotion of the song. If the song is sad, your body language shows that it's sad, right? So that's what I had. I didn't have beats. I couldn't dance. I don't have all these other talents that these real dancers have. All I had was dancing to the emotion and sometimes the lyrics if it was sad. But after therapy, I had nothing to dance to. So that sucked. When I sing, I have my sad konata hours. Now I can like process the emotions. There's nothing left to sing. It's like I used to have to dance and sing because otherwise the weight of the emotions that I didn't understand, didn't know how to process, would literally kill me. So like I had to dance and sing to survive. I would write songs to like talk about, I guess, my journey and therapy and what I learned and how I'm feeling. I'm feeling fine. You can't write a song about that. Hey, I'm feeling fine. It's nothing really happened. I went to work. I sat down, took a nap in the afternoon. See, it doesn't even rhyme. That song sucks. So, and then stand-up, a lot of what fueled my stand-up was my anger. And I'm not angry anymore. I don't want to fucking punch trash that's left out anymore. So, yeah. So, it's actually been a terrible thing for me. Don't do therapy, guys. Sucks the fun out of life. No, that's a joke. But I was in a lot of that dance block. I'll just call it dance block to just, combine dancing, singing, songwriting, stand-up into that term. I was on a dance block while I was on my road trip, and I had to get I had to go on my road trip because I had to get out of this bitch. And by this bitch, I mean actually this place that I'm standing in here right now, because I actually just returned to this bitch. This bitch being that place that I used to live. And I even wrote a song about it. See, when I was unhappy here, I wrote a song called "I'm Out of This Bitch," to signify me going on the road trip. But now that I'm back, I'm not even bothered by it. Too much therapy. So, um, so, anyways, one of the stops, you might have noticed I was dancing IRL, and I would pick these like pretty little scenic places to dance, and most places would be legal. Some places, you know. So I found this really pretty place, and there's a little tiny sign on the pillar that says closed after dark, or after sunset, right? Now you know me. I know exactly what time sunsets are. I know exactly any given day, any time of the year. I know when sunset is because I drive out there after work, and but the problem is it was winter. I was kind of working late, but I still wanted to dance, and it was dark by the time I went out to dance. It was this really pretty sort of pavilion thing. I hope you know what I'm talking about. There's like these pillars and then this thing on top that's kind of round. And it had lights. It had like Christmas lights because it was kind of wintertime-ish. And so I was like, I gotta dance there. And it looks even better at night. Like, why? Who wouldn't dance there at night? So I danced there, and I danced there like a lot of nights, maybe like 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And maybe on like my third night, I'm dancing. And it's super cold too. It's like 40 degrees, sometimes 30 degrees. And then a cop pulls up, woo, and then pulls up. I'm still dancing, right? I'm doing my Japanese weeb dance, right? Idol by Yoasobi, and I'm popping. I'm doing this, and then the cop rolls up and he was like, it's closed after sunset, and I'm great at bullshitting, especially to the law. So I put on my little innocent face, and I was like, oh really? Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. And then I just started packing things up, and I was like, yeah, thank you for your service, and then I left. And then the next night I went back at the same time, and I danced again, and luckily, the cops must have like different people on different schedules at different times. So there was another cop that came up the next night, and I did the same thing. And the third night, it was like 19 degrees or 16 degrees, something crazy. And I was dancing. I was keeping my body temperature up, and the cop pulls up, and so this, this place is closed after sunset. Sorry, and this one cop, actually started talking to me. He's like, oh, is that for like TikTok or, okay, fuck. First of all, I fucking hate how in 2024, if anybody sees you dancing IRL, they don't go, oh, that's a street dance. Oh, the musicality. Oh, are you part of a dance crew? No, they go, oh, is that for fucking TikTok? Fuck TikTok. Fuck TikTok. And fuck TikTok dancers. They're not real dancers. Oh my God. They're like the worst kinds of dancers on TikTok because they're all attention whores. I'm sorry, they're all attention whores. Fucking TikTok dancers, right? These guys, they're all attention whores. So they mock the art of dance. Anyways, God, I cringe every time I see that those people dance. It's soulless, it's heartless, it's cruel. Anyways, what was I talking about? The cop. Oh, is it for TikTok, right? So, yeah. Anyways, I was like, okay, this cop, obviously doesn't know dance, right? Because of the TikTok comment. So in my mind, I was like, process of elimination. How do I explain what I'm doing? Oh, I'm doing, training my musicality. I'm trying to learn how to do storytelling. I'm training my dance because, I'm trying to level up. And then at the end of the day, okay, here's a term that I know this guy will understand. It's just fitness. I'm just here exercising at, 19-degree weather at night, dancing my fucking heart out. And the guy was like, oh, okay. And he kept apologizing to me, which was kind of cute. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you gotta go. It's a new rule. You gotta go. And then I left. And I went back the next night. So, TikTok. Okay, this is Luma. This isn't me. I'm not going to take responsibility for this. Luma says TikTok, more like tick cop. All right. Oh yeah. So I did a lot of dances while I was road tripping. Now, at one point, actually around the time of the Pavilion Cop, I did a slightly special dance, and it wasn't so. Yeah, it was slightly special, and it was slightly special in that I wore a skirt outside, IRL. I did this, but out there, for the first time, and it was cool. It was fun. Hang on. Really weird spot to take a water break, but yeah, it was fun. I took a video of it because it was a cute dance. I had the skirt and I had the oversized jacket. It was cute. I enjoyed it. Uploaded it. Fast forward I guess 6 months or 3 months, 4 months, something like that. I come back to this place that I was out of this bitch, but now I'm back. I'm meeting up with IRL friends. Wait, no, hang on. Yeah, IRL friends. So, and we were hanging out. We had this big sort of barbecue party thing. And when everybody's sort of walking outside or to another place or downstairs, this one friend just pulls me aside and is like, I saw your dance video. The one with the skirt. Oh, by the way, I haven't told anybody about this. By the way, about this life here. So this IRL friend is like, oh, I saw this dance video with the skirt, and I was like, I shared my channel with you. I didn't even remember. Sometimes I just like the attention and I like sharing the dance videos. So what I did years ago was oh, this is a dance that I did. Just to be oh, I'm 2 years into dancing. Who knew 6 years later that would bite me right in the ass? Because that was not intentional. So yeah, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, right. Yeah, it's the one with the skirt, right. And and the thigh highs. Yeah, right. And the one where I was being really cute. Okay, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. And yeah. So what was the point of that? Oh, right. So okay. So there's another part to this story. So all they know about my konata life is by watching these videos. So they didn't know that I'm in a relationship now. Ha ha ha, yay. And more on that later. And so they didn't know who I was in a relationship with. Now, despite seeing my cute ass skirt and cute ass thigh highs, they assumed I was still straight. That was a big mistake. But okay, I don't blame them because all they had was content I had on YouTube. And there was one video on YouTube with me dancing with another IRL friend, not IRL, another VR friend, and they happened to be female. And my friend was like, "Oh, is that your new partner?" And I was like, "Oh, no." As a wise femboy once said, I like my girls with penises. Yes. Clap if you know that reference. Um, so, so yeah, that happened. Um, is that offensive? Because I don't know these things, right? I'm stupid. I blabber, right, without thinking. My partner did tell me one time, they weren't referring to me as this term, but they were defining this term to me that was completely new to me. It's, like Urban Dictionary shit. And they were saying about maybe somebody else. I forget what the conversation was, but they introduced this term to me called a chaser. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what's that? And they're like, yeah, a chaser is somebody who like just chases after trans girls, and it's like fetishizes them, right? Something like that. And I was like, oh, so that's what I am. Oh, I think that's like my first punchline of the night. Um, yeah, this is working real well for me. This new method. Um, Besides myself, a lot has happened in the world while I was gone. Of course, you all know I'm referring to Taylor Swift dating this football player from the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, pretty epic. I don't think I've ever learned this much about football in my entire life until Tay dated a football player. Like it was such an educational experience these past few months. Here, I'll prove it to you. For example, a non-baller like me knows about there's this team called the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I know that Taylor Swift's boyfriend's brother likes to like take off his shirt and drink beer and like wave around. See, I didn't know that before. And I even know the name of the football player, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Yes, his name is Benjamin Football. I'm sorry, I just like that joke. I just like to imagine he looks like a Benjamin Football, doesn't he? By the way, I was playing this game with my friend Phoenix, and this is a game that like I've been dreaming of playing for all my life. I just never had the opportunity to. So let me give you a quick backstory. I'm a psycho, and to be more precise, I'm actually a sociopath. There's psychopaths, and then there's sociopaths. I'm this one. However, because I'm part of the psycho family, I can spot psychos just by looking at them. Yeah, I've talked about this a little bit before, but just to recap, you can see it in their eyes. Yeah, just any ordinary psycho walking down the street. Right, you don't have to know them. You don't have to know their name. You don't have to talk to them. You just glance at them. And, oh yeah, that's the psycho. That's a good one. And there's even like different styles and flavors of psychos. There's the, I'll kill your whole family just to earn another dollar. Like oil companies and bankers. And then there's like the yandere kind of I'll key your car if you break up with me kind of psychos. And then there's there's of course like childhood trauma psychos, right? Like, tons of them, and some of these overlap, right? Just to be clear. So I want to get my facts straight. So anyways, so I can say, okay, but here's the thing: nobody believes me. Nobody believes me. Everybody goes, ha ha ha, that's a great joke, Konata. But it's true. And I've always wanted to play a game where you show me pictures of people, kind of like Tinder, right? But for psychos, and you just flip through and you go psycho or no psycho. And I was thinking, the easiest way to make a game like that would just be like historical figures, right? Historical figures that I don't know, but there's history of them being a psycho or not a psycho, right? So I thought that would be a great way to do the game. But an even better way. Oh shit! I outed this person. I shouldn't have said their name at the beginning. Let me just cover that up and just go back to saying my friend. So then my friend, just forget whose name this was. So then my friend, um, oh shit, oh no, oh can I still say this? I am gonna do it. So then my friend was showing me pictures. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, was showing me pictures of people, let's just say acquaintances, and um, oh, this is only getting worse. And I looked at them, and the first photo they showed me, I was like, "That's a psycho. That's a psycho." And they're like, "How? Why? How? What do you mean?" I was like, "It's in the eyes." Oh, yeah. I didn't even have to look at the rest of the face. Let's just say that. You see it in the eyes, and I started explaining what flavor of psycho this was, right? So, on the menu today for you is a psycho who probably has a very strong sense of right and wrong. And they probably always think they're right. Do you know how I know? Because I used to be that. I used to be that self-centered, selfish, fucking asshole who always thought I was right. But you know why? Because I was so fucking insecure about myself. I needed a sense of right and wrong. And so I just projected that onto everybody and made everybody's lives miserable. And you know what my friends said? They said, yeah, yeah, that's kind of true. So I proceeded to read and judge every single one of their friends / acquaintances. And I think I scored about like 100% on that test. Why did I talk about that? There was no reason. That was a big tangent. Okay, so yeah, big dream come true. I got to play the game, and I got to prove I was right. So I could tell the you know what? I'm gonna go even further. I could even, that's not nice. How about I said some very mean things about some people I don't know who didn't deserve it. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So, here's a crazy thought I had, which was on the road trip. I also rewatched really really old movie. Anybody know Fight Club? Have you have you all heard of the movie called Fight Club or seen it? So the number one rule about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. Second rule about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. Third rule about Fight Club is Brad Pitt and that ugly-looking guy that you want to punch in the face. He has a very punchable face, by the way. Yeah, that guy. Anyway, so I was about to spoil it, but that would have been funny. So, Fight Club. So, I was thinking. So let me just spoil it, anyways. Actually, so part of the plot of the movie. Is so based on those two rules, right? You're not supposed to talk about Fight Club. Well, how does the Fight Club get bigger? Because it gets bigger. It gets huge. In fact, like almost the whole country / maybe even the world is in Fight Club, but like just poor people like me. So, and so I think basically what's implied is people do talk about Fight Club, and it just spreads word of mouth, and it becomes viral. Until there's this whole like underground network of Fight Clubbers. And then I thought, how would you make that movie today in 2024? Like, I wonder how Fight Club would work if they had Facebook. Yeah. Come walk down this rabbit hole with me. So, because the whole, here's a rule, first rule, second rule, right? They could just make a Facebook page. Like Fight Club would be a Facebook page. It'd be a Facebook group for a bunch of weirdos. And if they wanted to fight that night, they would just host an event, and people would RSVP, right? And then maybe they post pictures right afterwards of people bleeding and getting beat up, right? And you give it a like, right? And be like, yeah, I was there for that one. That was a good one. You know what I would imagine? So I'm gonna spoil another thing. basically, okay, it's the end of Fight Club. They all like start this revolution, right, and fuck some shit up. Good shit. I'm for that. um, I think if those people had Facebook and it was set in 2024 with us millennials, when the call to action came to fuck some shit up and blow some shit up, and like revolt and like destroy capitalism, I think it would end up just about as well as the Area 51 raid. You know? Area 51 raid, like 9 million people RSVP to the Area 51 raid on Facebook. It was a Facebook group, right? Just like Fight Club. And I think like 9 people showed up, and one of them did this, right? I think they probably only did it like once or twice on camera, and then like drove the fuck away because it was Arizona, I think, and it's really hot there and very dry. So they probably got tired doing this after about 5 minutes. I think that's how modern day Fight Club would go. Yeah, it'd just be a Facebook group. Anyways, so. I'm honestly broke. It's not like a hyperbole. I'm very, very broke. Very, very poor. No, very, very broke, not poor. Very, very broke. And sometimes, despite having a lot of therapy, sometimes it does stress me out. It does stress me out sometimes. And I was on the road trip, and I remember driving alone in the middle of Georgia. And this thought, right? This thought just, right? Swoosh, came over me. And I was worried about money. I was worried about, am I going to be able to pay for this and that? And where's the money going to come from? And then I had a breakthrough. I had an epiphany. Because all my money problems could go away if I just went to prison. Yeah. So, and I'm a very logical person, right? So I'm like weighing the pros and cons of the different choices, right? There's, Airbnbs, there's hotels, there's paying rent, and then there's prison. And no matter how much I tried to weigh and list out the pros and cons of each of them, prison was looking pretty sweet. Because it's free, right? I'm pretty sure prison is free, right? So you get free housing. I'm pretty sure the food is free. You get free food, free housing. What else could you ask for? You get like a gym outside, and you get like, yeah. And I think I would excel in prison. Yeah. Because first of all, I love to clean. I love to clean. I would be so good at cleaning. Like I would clean the whole prison. At my job, I clean all the toilets. It's like a voluntary thing. It's not the whole job, but I clean the toilets. Everybody in the house, right? They pick something to clean. Oh, one person will vacuum the floor. One person will, change the air filters. One person will clean the kitchen. I opt to clean the bathroom, including the toilets. And I feel pretty good about it. It's like therapeutic, right? Like first, when you walk in, it's disgusting, and when you walk out, it's amazing, right? I just play some like Star Wars soundtrack, right? Cinematic epic movie soundtrack. Oh, by the way, John Williams for the win. John Williams is hands down the best. John Williams was my first celebrity crush. That's how good he is. For those who don't know, John Williams is the name of a person, duh. And then this person is a composer, classical music kind of genre composer, but for movies like Star Wars and Indiana Jones and E.T. and Harry Potter and Back to the Future and like all the biggest hits, right? Yeah, so that, so if I was in prison and I had a little John Williams, gosh, I could scrub a dub all those prison cells and toilets. And I I think people would like me in prison. Yeah, I think I would like slowly get people's trust and respect. Right? People would like appreciate me, for cleaning the toilets, and I can cook. Yeah, I'm a hell of a cook. So like I could cook something like pretty amazing using the same ingredients. I think that they have in prison in the cafeteria. So I could clean, I can cook, right? I'm basically your prison femboy maid. Oh, that's a weird ass fantasy. Let me stay away from that. So, and the last thing is like I can teach them how to dance. Yeah, like we could, I'm sure everybody in prison, right? Not okay. Hang on, that's a stereotype. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people in prison, like me, right, in prison, um, have like issues, right? We have trauma, we have emotions, we don't know how to process anger, right? I have a lot of anger. There's definitely depression, right, going on, even though you're getting free food and free housing, but um, but I can teach them how to dance and sing and dance, and then I can finally achieve my dream, and create a prison K-pop group, a prison K-pop band. In fact, I can make all the bands, and then we can like perform one by one, or we could have like dance-offs and like dance battles. Dude, prison would be the bomb. It would be the shit. I'm telling you. I am seriously considering. It's a good option. I think everybody should consider it. It shouldn't just be left for me. I think you all should go to prison too. All right, moving on. I'm just gonna skip those jokes. To land on a very dumb and even dumber one. Another thing I did on a road trip was like attend a convention. This is actually not the previous road trip, but like a couple road trips, or the one before that. I went to this like anime convention, and it was really cool. I've been to anime conventions before. My favorite thing, raise your hand if you have been in an anime convention. Weebs represent. No, my favorite thing is the artist alley. Yeah, that's my favorite thing. But there's so many people there. It's so active. It's so much fun. I remember walking in, just trying to get a sense of where everything is, right? And I remember seeing where the hallways, right? Tons of attendees walking around. In the hallway were attendees. And in the speaker panels, right, there were the speakers. And in the exhibit section, there were the exhibitionists. Yes, I took us all the way around just to tell an exhibitionist joke. I only tell jokes about people when, like, I'm the same person. Hang on, that doesn't make sense. When I was talking about psychos, well, I only talk about psychos because I'm a psycho. And it's like the same thing here. I only talk about exhibitionists because I'm an exhibitionist. So, I hope nobody takes offense and everybody, understands where I'm coming from, right? I relate to you. Speaking of exhibitionists, there's no proof that I'm a weeb? Okay. That was Bryn. Speaking of exhibitionism, anybody? Okay, so you all know what a Zoom call is, right? Like, whether we like it or not, after COVID, I'm pretty sure, unless you live under a rock, you know what a friggin' Zoom call is. They suck. They're awful. But one silver lining is you don't have to be dressed business casual to be on a Zoom call. And you don't need a tie for that matter, or a suit, or none of that shit. And I think just as the years went by, right, like first it was like, I'd be dressed up, no socks. And then I'd be dressed up and just super casual. And then I'd be dressed up and like I'd lose the pants. Right, I'd still have video on, I'd still have a shirt on, And then eventually I just devolved into taking Zoom calls completely naked, like butt ass naked, like no underwear, no socks. And it's great. It's great. That is like the silver lining, the great thing about Zoom calls is you could take them naked. Any other like naked Zoom callers in chat? Yeah? Yeah, represent. Exhibitionists represent. Yeah, that's great. Um, oh yeah, I was talking about, so, that barbecue party where I met up with that old IRL friend again, and they found out I wore a skirt, and I'm konata, and I'm this way. Um, a same barbecue party, there were like other people who like went to the same school as I did there. I didn't know them. Like, okay, hang on. This is like another pet peeve of mine is like when somebody walks up to you and goes like, "Oh, you went to the school? Do you know, my friend, my cousin, my brother who also went to this school?" It's like, no, the school had like thousands of people. I don't. And what year were they? Okay, so that's stupid. So, yeah, no, you never know who goes to your school. In fact, I fucking hate school. I try every second of my life to remember everything in it. So even if I knew you, I would just erase that from my memory. Anyways, so there are people I didn't know. And one of those people, was like, "Hey, we went to the same school. I feel like I know you. I feel like I've seen you before, right?" And I have like, I've been growing my hair out, right? Because I think it looks cute. Also, it's like great for dance to like have the hair like flopping, flying, swooshing all over the place, right? So I'm growing my hair out. And the guy was like, "Your hair used to be shorter, right?" And then I put down my beef brisket. And I was like, yeah, my hair was shorter. Um, uh, my, my hair was shorter than, fuck, I don't remember the joke. No, I said, okay, so it's like, "Oh, yeah, your hair used to be shorter, right?" Ah, that's what he said. Okay, hang on, let me, okay, you're not going to see this, I'm going to edit it out. All right, so, yeah, the guy was like, "Oh, your hair used to be shorter, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, my hair did used to be shorter. In fact, there was one time when I was bald." And he was like, "Whoa," like, and I was like, "Yeah, when I was a baby." And then the whole table cracked up. I was just kind of fed up with this stupid, "Oh, we're at the same school, we must know each other," right, kind of thing. But everybody was like cracking up, and I was like, "Okay, I'm on a roll now." So then the guy next to him was saying, so these two guys are buds, right? So the guy next to him was like, we were introducing ourselves, we were talking about what majors we studied, and only engineers will understand this joke. But the guy next to him was like, "Yeah, so, yeah, I'm a management major," and the hair guy, the guy next to him, back to the first guy, was like, "Not a real major," and I was like, "Ha!" And I just that loud, and it echoed, and nobody laughed. The only joke that I laughed where nobody else laughed, and I just stared down. I was just looking at the food, and I was just like, yeah, I laughed way harder than I should have. But it's true. It's true. The hair guy just said what we were all thinking. So you can't blame me for laughing. Everybody else is too polite. Fucking management major? That's not a real major. You study management? Well, what the fuck do you do? I'm gonna, okay, hang on. Okay, no, I'm on a roll. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I study economics. Oh, I study finance. Oh, I study marketing. Oh, I study business. What kind of business? Oh, it's business. Oh, there's these companies, and I read up about them, and there's the news, and then it's not a real major. You go there, you get drunk, right? You fuck some frat bros, and you get out of school. It's not a real major. Why was I the only one who laughed at that? Okay, so that pisses me off. Okay, so here's another thing that pisses me off is You know, this is another engineering thing, which is engineers are taught to be problem solvers, to solve problems. And when I was a kid, I thought that meant like math problems. I was like, oh, that's boring. But no. It's like something in the world is happening and it's not good. So then an engineer, whatever kind of engineer, goes, okay, how can we fix that? Right? If people from one city want to go to another city and there's no road, the engineer goes, okay, let's build a road. If people have trouble walking up the stairs, the engineer goes, oh, we should build an elevator, and goes and does it, right? Okay, those are terrible examples, but you get the idea, right? So, like, oh, I love anime and I'm lonely, so I'm gonna make an AI waifu, right? Anime waifu, right? So that's what they do. I can't vouch for all of them. Not all of them do good stuff that help the world, right? But it's a mixed bag. Anyways, so engineers see a problem and they try to fix it, and it goes the same way if, like, you're talking to a friend or your partner. You're talking to somebody and they go, oh, I had a terrible day. And this happened to me, right? And I'm having so much trouble with this. Why can't I do this? And if you're the engineer, you go, oh, okay, so let's break this down. Let's diagram this out. So I think you should do this, this, and this. Have you tried researching this and trying this thing? You should watch this YouTube video and learn how to do this. Meanwhile, the other person is just like, I just want you to listen to me. I just want you to listen to me. I don't need you to fix my problems, right? I don't need you to fix my problems. I can fix my own problems, right? So, okay. So then as the engineer, it's like, holy shit, I just tried to help. But this person doesn't seem to want my help or need my help. I don't understand what's going on. I thought I'm smart, but I don't understand why this is happening, right? So, I've learned what active listening is. Active listening is not problem solving. Okay, I've learned it. I don't actually do this because it's really hard, but I've learned it. And what you're supposed to do is when somebody comes to you with a problem and says, oh, my life sucks. Oh, this person said this to me, and it's like I'm so upset and I'm so sad, and you just go, yeah, that's very upsetting. Yeah, you went through a lot. Yeah. Basically, what active listening is you add nothing to the conversation, and you make no difference. No, I'm kidding. No, sometimes people just need you to hear. However, the part that pisses me off is it seems to be a fucking one-way street. Yes, because these people bitch, moan, and complain about, oh, why don't you just listen to me? I don't need you to solve my problems. Meanwhile, when this person is having trouble, man, at work, this person, we're having trouble with this and we can't get this work done. Or, oh man, my family, right? I can't seem to, fix the relationship with my family. Or, oh, my car needs engine oil, whatever, right? This person then goes, yeah, I hear you're going through a real tough time. I'm like, why the fuck am I talking to you then? Give me like a person or like a thing or like an idea. Fuck you. Fuck active listeners, right? So yeah, that's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. I learned how to active listen for you. Why the fuck can't you solve my problem, huh? Solve my problem. That's why I came to talk to you. I brought this big problem here, right? For you to use your brain and figure this shit out. But no. I got so upset my leg died. Okay. So so that's infuriating. Okay. Anyways, let me talk about something happy. One thing I learned in therapy is yes, we have these emotions, right? I don't even want to call them, I don't even want to label them as negative. Like, we have these emotions, we feel anger, or we feel depressed, but there's also other things happening, and they're also good things. So just to balance it out, balance the thought stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do now. A positive thing is my partner. Yeah. And I remember, fairly early, months ago, around the time we started to like be together, one habit that I have is like whenever I like find something that's funny or think of something I think is funny. It's usually not funny, all right, but I think of something funny. I'll take out my phone. I'm trying to be consistent with the narrative. I am broke. I am still broke. Believe me. Okay, so I take out my phone. I take out my notes app, and I write it down. I just jot down some notes that I think is enough for me to remember. However, 65% of the time, I look back and I go, what the fuck was I thinking? I don't even remember what this joke was. It has no structure. It doesn't mean anything, right? Anyways, so I do that. I have this habit. And one time, my girlfriend was in the room with me. And I think I had my phone out, and she was like, something to the effect of, do you ever write jokes about me? And I was like, and just didn't answer. I didn't answer. And she's like, oh, it's okay if you don't, or it's okay if you do, right? So I'm like, and then she just keeps going on, and I was like, no, I'm really like, you don't have to, okay, you don't have to, if you say it now, right? I won't believe you if you say you write jokes about me. I won't be offended. So I take out my phone, I open up the notes app, and I start typing this bit. I start typing this bit, and then she's like, no, what are you doing? I'm like, this is mine now. This is another one that was inspired by her. So, earlier I said I was like self-centered, right? It should also go to say very, very egotistic. That's the word. Egotistic, right? Arrogant, confident, but like kind of baseless confidence. One of the things I was confident about is my dick size. And this is for real. I always thought, I knew that I had a big dick. I always knew I had a big dick. I always thought I had a big dick until I saw my girlfriends. Like, girls with penises. Speaking of dicks, we're now in the dick and shit jokes of the section of the stand-up. We're getting there. We're almost at the end. There was this other interaction I had with my girlfriend, and it just happened so suddenly. You ever like daydream, or like daydream at night when it gets quiet, or you're just alone? This is very alone kind of daydreaming thinking, and that curiosity or maybe fear or maybe ego in you is like, yeah, I think if I was in a life-threatening situation, I would do this, right? I think if I was attacked, I would, and here's what I would do, right? If I'm attacked, I'm gonna attack back, right? Even if it costs me my life, right? I will die, but I will at least get a punch in, right? Or a kick in, right? I kick way better than I punch. My arms are twigs, but it's a fake amount, and then ah! Okay, we're good, I think. Oh, hang on, is the okay, cool. All right, I just spilled the water all over our bed. So you kick, right? Right? Boom, like that, right? So, and in fact, like when I watch horror movies, I go, man, those guys are so stupid. Why walking in the mansion. Oh, dude, pick up a weapon and fight the friggin', stabby ghost-looking guy, right? So stupid. People in horror movies are so stupid. Here's what I would do. I would, beat the crap out of him. And then one night, I'm taking a shower. I'm putting my shampoo, my conditioner on. I'm vulnerable. And, I'm thinking about life, things like this. And out of nowhere, I hear, knock, knock, knock. And I go, ah! Just like that. I had no time to plan or think or turn around or adjust my vocal cords. I just went, ah! Right? Okay. It was a little softer that time. It was more like that first time because I'm trying to be quiet because it's nighttime. And it was my girlfriend. My girlfriend was, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to mess with you. And I'm still like frozen stiff with like a bottle of shampoo and conditioner on each hand, and a little bit in my hair. And she just starts to walk away. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to do something about this. But when you're in shock, you don't really have all your senses or control over your body. So what I wanted to say is like, babe, okay, what I wanted to say was like, babe, I'm a tough guy, right? You get what I'm trying to say? Babe, I'm a tough guy. That's what I was trying to say. But the way it came out, as she was leaving, it was like, babe, I'm a tough guy. And then I was like, oh, right? And I would just sort of, and then trail off like that. And I'm a tough guy. Which in retrospect might have hurt my case more than it helped. But you know what? Now I know that when I get mugged or when I get attacked, right, or somebody tries to throw a fist at me, my reaction is going to be, I'm a tough guy. At least I know what I'm going to do now, at least. I can plan for it. I can get in the fetal position, right? I can sort of, ball up so it's harder for them to hit me. So, yeah. There you have it. We are getting to the end of the set. But before I go, thank you all for being here, by the way. I wasn't sure if anybody would show up. Yeah. Also, hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is like a really new, kind of scary way to do stand-up, so I wasn't sure how it'd go, but I'm having fun. I'll probably watch this back and go, geez, like that, I just rambled on and on and on, and this wasn't funny. This joke had no punchline. This wasn't even a joke. Anyways, thank you all for being here and sort of going through all that. So this last part, actually, I need to do a little bit of setup. Just a little bit of setup. So, remember earlier when I said I would come up with these ideas, and I think they'd be funny. And I write them down, and maybe I'll tell somebody the joke, and they wouldn't laugh. But there's some little jewels, little gems of a joke, where I'll be laughing for days afterwards, even though nobody laughs. Nobody laughs at the stupid joke, but I'm still like howling and crying days later. I'm going to show you one of them. And it's not funny. You're not going to like it. You're going to think like, what the fuck is going to be probably the most probable reaction. But I'm still going to laugh. So here it is. Here's some context. So I stole this bit from my friend Miyobi. I call him M. I stole it from M's stream. And one of the things we all love about M is, besides dancing, right? They talk about dance a lot. And we call them Miyobi rambles. So here's Miyobi in one of the rambles, but with one little difference. I felt that this particular Miyobi ramble, because I admire these rambles so much, it kind of gave me the vibe of like Shia LaBeouf. I don't know where I got that vibe from, but I got it. So, without further ado, and there will be ado because I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. Here is. Oh, here it is. Okay. Miyobi rambles. Miyobi teaches dance, featuring Shia LaBeouf. All right, here we go. Okay. Let's hit play.
You play the character of the singer. Listen to what she's trying to explain and act it out.
Do it!
Play it out like you are the one who's saying this.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Sure was beautiful. Now I lay it in the grave.
Okay, so that's my kind of humor. It's very dumb. Okay, I'm like a little bit over it now, honestly, right? Like I'm able to control myself now while I watch that clip. But for 3 entire days, like entire 72 hours, I would be in bed, deep asleep, and I'd break out laughing. I would be, working, eating breakfast. I'd be thinking about it. I'd be laughing. I'd be, I'd be outside and I'll be laughing about it. So it just keeps replaying in my head over and over again. I love it so much. Especially the part where he's like this and he just sort of slides out. I added that, by the way. I think the fact that I spent like 4 hours editing those 20 seconds, I think adds to why I think it's funny. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very, very proud. Okay, so when you see my stand-up material, you see a sense of humor, a side of me that I'm willing to present out into the world, that I think is fairly sophisticated, despite some shit and dick jokes here and there. But I think there's a certain irony to it. There's something I learn from it. There's an observation about how the world works, how people work. I think they're smart. What I'm about to show you is... actually, hang on. That was the wrong setup for that. Let's rewind and go back. So, completely unrelated to what I just said, forget what I just said, I have been playing with AI. And I said earlier, I write songs, right? And one of my dreams is to be able to like come up with an idea and just have it exist, right? The way that I envisioned it. And AI is still early, and I understand this is a very controversial topic. Some folks may be really, really turned off by AI. Some folks may be, worried and cautious. And you're all right to think that, right? Because it could be very dangerous. People can use it for all the wrong reasons, right? So I respect, I appreciate, I try to understand, try to learn more, right? But basically, that didn't stop me from making a song that I thought it was an experiment, honestly, right? And it's not quite there yet, but it's a start, it's something. And I wanted to do an experiment where I combined my songwriting skills with this very rudimentary, very early kind of AI. And I think the results were pretty good. I think it turned out pretty good. So let me go ahead and share it with you all. Do that. Let me see if this works. Okay. This first one is a country song. I just called it country. Here we go.
2, 3, 4.
Please fast, finish, bitch, ass, 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 ass. Boo, 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 boo. Penis, penis, beep, beep, boo, boo, beep, beep, penis. Penis, beep, beep, boo, boo, beep, beep, penis. Penis, penis. Penis, penis, beep, beep, boo, beep, 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 penis. Penis, penis. Beep, beep, boo, beep, 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 penis, penis, penis. Relax, dance, dance, boo, 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 penis. Penis, penis, beep, beep, boo, boo, beep, beep, penis, penis.
Oh, that was a lot longer than I remembered it to be. I hope you all saw the lyrics. I think the lyrics are the most important part. Very much like Taylor Swift, I put a lot of work into my lyrics. There's a lot of meaning in it. Okay, anyways, so that was a lot longer than I thought it would be. And that was the shortest one, so get ready. As I mentioned, John Williams is a big musical inspiration for me. So let's just do it. Oh, I ran out of battery.
Shit this team.
My VR died. I've just been having too much fun. Okay, I'm back. Did you all see the lyrics? It's very important. I really didn't want the lyrics to go like missed there. Let me just do a quick check-in on how y'all are doing. Okay. It seems like y'all got the message there. So here's the last one. This one needs no introduction.
Penis, big penis, big poopy up ass shit. That's my penis, penis, big penis, big poopy ass. La 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 la, poopy poop shit dicks. Poopy ass. La 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 la, poop shit dicks. Poopy ass, that's great. Ha 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 ha. Venus, heinous, anus, can't believe this ain't stinking butter. Smush these ass cheeks like no other. Sucking, chew, chew, fucking, poo, poo. La 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 la, poop, poop, shit, dicks. Poop, poop, ass, that's great.
wow, chicka wow wow.
All right. I showed a lot more than I cared to show. I'm gonna go run away now. Bye. 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 Bye.